like it's Orvo type 104. Sometimes it's Aqua Wolfen type CH or C or CR or CPR. That's what I said.
Here, I'll put this in the thing.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't
Chat
know what.
is wacky, but like, at least it works, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of
Hello.
works. It's gonna look
Hello.
goofy.
Gargot says hello.
Halo. Here, I'll put this in stream text. This is what CPR stands for.
Okay, I get it. So like, heart lungs reanimation.
Yes.
HLR.
HLR.
Heart lungs reanimation.
There
Why
you go.
not?
All right, I gotta get all my shit layered correctly. What a fucking nightmare. Yes, string text. String text. Okay, so I think I have this figured out.
Am I text again?
You were text while I was switched over to the other screen.
Okay, got it.
Okay, this is gonna be super confusing to have chat where it is. Hello, Cassius Bruyere. That's a new chatter. I don't think I've seen that person before. But anyway, I forgot to start us muted, but and on the standby screen here, we'll just switch over and pretend like we did this correctly the first time. Oh, look at that. Chat's not up on this screen. We're just kind of figuring it out as we go because chat died. I updated OBS, which was a mistake apparently. If my face appears red, it's because I tried to dye my beard pink.
Honestly, it doesn't look that bad on stream. Like, it looks okay. Like I don't see like the pink marks or anything. I don't know. It looks fine to me.
Okay, well that's good. It's to me it just looks way red.
You all look like dying right now.
Yes. I do keep this camera washed out. I have the saturation down a lot. Keep a lot of the color washed. Today is the day of the cob. Today is the day of the cob. I don't know what that means, but good. Okay, for real this time. We are now doing some older songs. We're going from the bottom to the top, and we are going to be reviewing older songs. And yeah, let's just dive right into it, I guess.
Don't forget Dave Proves.
That
just
is
in case, probably not with like obviously Brony songs, but like with other stuff.
Yeah, I doubt that Cyril the Wolf has his shit copyrighted, but let's just check just to make sure. He's moving up in the world? No way. Well, all right then.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
Good for him though, Good for you. I mean, he's all right. He's good. So let's go to YouTube. Okay. So Next Dragon one. Speaker is not gonna work. Sunrise Skater Kids is a crapshoot as well. They're a lot of fun though. Sunrise Skater Kids is also.
They were not monetized back then when I was adding it to the list, but now it is.
They are also moving up in the world, and that's okay.
See, we're covering the old songs like really fast this time.
Right? We're on the third one already. We're not even 5 minutes in. There we go. Antunia, whatever that means.
It's Madoka's edition. Lucky.
All right. I quit smoking like 3 days ago. I'm not even vaping or anything, and it's a fucking nightmare. And so I don't know. You
can get through. You can get through.
I can get through. I have quit smoking before, and in the whatever it's called, in the couple of weeks. Well, that and the couple weeks afterward, the cough gets so much worse because you're just getting shit out. I don't understand how, but apparently it's normal. I've Googled it. Okay, so let me check my levels super fast. Ooh, it's very loud. Okay, so let's back up. This is University Portuguese. This is University Portuguese Music. They are a musical group in Portuguese universities. They perform music. Well, I would assume. Atunia Rastos de Sabor. So this is some university stuff. All right, let's check this out. Let's see what we're working with here. Okay, super quick question. Actually, this is a question from my girlfriend that she has for Gargod. Okay, we were in a restaurant called, oh my god, called Molcajetes in Tulsa, which is a really excellent restaurant, and it prides itself on being super mega authentic, right? And there was a band that was wandering around from table to table, and they had like an accordion and a guitar, and they were dressed up in this like goofy looking like super extra Mexican looking shit, and they were wandering around from table to table, and you could pay them like $1 or so, and then they would play you a song right there at the table. And my girlfriend was wondering, because Mexican restaurants in America have a tendency to cater to like white people, and what white people think Mexican restaurants are. That's what the whole Texican thing is. She was wondering how often that actually happens. Like, is there actually bands that wander around in Mexican restaurants playing or whatever at the tables? I would assume that that's some Tex-Mex shit, that nobody actually really does that. But yeah. They're mariachis. That happens here very often. Okay, cool. So then that is a normal thing. Interesting. So yeah, that was fun. That's what this reminds me of, which is not because it's Portuguese, but they got the Spanish guitars with the nylon strings and everything. And I think this is a mandolin over here.
Looks like a mandolin, but like, I'm not entirely sure if those have like nylon strings or metal strings, because like, there is like an instrument that is like similar to mandolin, but it's not mandolin. But I'm not entirely sure, because like I see they use a lot of percussion. Like I see the conga drums, this one dude with a shaker, then the claves, and I saw a cowbell, I think, and they also use like that thing is called guiro when you produce sounds like etc. So they have a lot of like percussion and playing a lot of guitars and mandolins and a double bass and singing at the same time. It's very cool. Very, very cool. Not sure how authentic it is for like for Portuguese like folk music, if you can consider it like folk music, because it sounds like, you know, Latin jazz to me, because like Latin jazz is heavily relying on like uh folk music of Latin America, and I don't know, probably like Spain and Portugal as well.
Like
it's not very jazzy as the jazz music. Well, it depends, but still. So it probably has some jazz elements, or like whatever they call. They probably just call it Latin jazz now, but it's more like just Latin folk, flamenco-ish, something. So yeah.
That is a super
This is
cool
very
looking.
interesting. Like,
That's a super
this
cool
is also
looking
very
guitar.
chill. And I also like the way they made the video, as if like the girl she puts the headphones on, then she taps the play button on her cassette player, and then the whole band just starts playing. Like, this is the experience she gets from like listening to music in headphones. I don't know.
I gotcha. All right, let's keep her going. This is cool. I guess that right there, this double stringed thing, is called a Coimbra guitar. And that's a really interesting instrument. That's what Madoka said in chat.
Okay. Just like mandolin, they also have like double the strings.
Yeah. How much Slutter supports Biden? True. They're stalking her, OMG. She can have her pick of like any of them, I guess. I don't know what the story is exactly, but it's pretty interesting. It's like, I guess it's kind of like a chorus, but with but everybody plays an instrument. That's kind of a neat thing, because I guess if I were to think of like traditional university bands in the United States, it's like you have the band that plays the music, and then you have a chorus. You rarely have people that do both. Usually people have a specific role and they stay in their lane. So this is neat. This is a neat difference, you know. That's pretty cool. That was really cool. And normally in Tunas, there's members that carry flags. I got you. Is this Gargo's sequel to Getting
Aren't
Stabbed?
those flags of like like in universities they have what's they called, faculties, like they like in Harry Potter they had like 4 different
yeah, I know
kind
what
of
you're talking
things. Yeah, so and each one has like their own flag, and so these flags like represent the groups in universities or something like that. Is that like the thing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yes, so Modoko confirms what I just said. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Flag of the faculty university plus flag of the municipality. Okay, I get it. This is like very cool. Like musically, it's just like, you know, it's speaking to me. I'm a sucker for Latin jazz music, regardless of whether or not it is jazz, like Latin jazz music, or just, you know, straight up like Latin folk music or flamenco or like world music as they call it sometimes. It's like very cool. 8 out of 10. This is perfect.
Well, good. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a neat thing to see and listen to every once in a while. To me, it's a snooze fest. It doesn't really get to me like that at all. But
because it's not French.
Because it's not French.
Yes, because French, when like if it would be French type of thing, like same thing but French, like performed by Frenchies and with like in French language with French atmosphere or something like that, that would be different. Like, trust me on that one.
Okay, I will take your word for it. Okay, where are we at now? Dragonal and Rockin' Brony. Rockin' Brony, I haven't heard from in a very long time.
That's an old song. Before he changed his like.
Ooh.
E-proofs, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not copyrighted, but yeah. Pretty good.
I haven't heard Dragonal. Oh, it's unlisted.
It's unlisted. Cool. We're sneaky.
It's Dragonal. I've never heard of Dragonal before. Rockin' Brony. What is he? Pathfinder project
Pathfinder.
Now. Pathfinder. I can never remember with the order of that, but I don't know. Even Pathfinder project, I haven't heard anything. Is he still active?
Not entirely sure. I don't follow him on Twitter, so I don't know.
Oh, look at that! It's a Star Trek episode. I'm glad that I googled that. All right.
Good to know.
Let's fuck it. Let's just dive into this song. He's always been really good. Oh my God! It's Princess Whatever.
Basically, did like vocal lines in it, and that's it.
Oh, well, he's got that name recognition. Bam! They're in there. I think that's Princess Whatever vocals, actually. That
Probably
line.
not.
What? No, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and he says did clean vocals.
Yep.
Okay, so this is Dragonal doing the vocals.
Yep.
Interesting, because that's what Prince Whatever sounded like when he used to do screened vocals like 8 years ago. Or however long this goes. This was 6 years ago, whatever. All right, keep going. Such the one to eternal pause with the always. It will be long until the God is so on the will. And she lost her mind. She finally crossed the line. I cannot waste any time. If I let her get away, entire world will fade to gray. I only have one chance. this episode, I think was the first Starlight episode. Man, that was another one. It was
that's not the first one. That's like the end of the season where they were like time traveling or something like that. I think it looks like they're just, there was that scene when they were just in the sky like chasing each other and like floating with magic. Like Starlight was like levitating herself, and while it was just like flying around, and they were just shooting lasers and stuff.
I remember this is where the clapping gif comes from.
Yep.
Okay, I remember what you're talking about now. Just the Starlight, what's it called? Storyline. It got so much metal inspiration. It was kind of like the Princess Luna on the moon for 1,000 years, Sad Ponies type of shit, or like T-Rex or whatever. It was just metal music fodder for sure. Anyway. Okay, so the scream vocals aren't so bad. I mean, he does okay. I think
it's probably the mixing that is like a little bit outdated by now.
A little bit, yeah. It is a little bit outdated for sure. Like the guitar tone is very canned. Like it feels like it is extremely it's extremely restricted just to the mid-tones, or at least that's all I'm hearing.
It's kind of muddy as well.
Yeah, and I think that's because they boosted the midtones, and then it sort of doesn't mix in. It doesn't mix in with the what's it called? It doesn't mix in with the drums very well, so they're competing a lot for the same frequency range, so it ends up a little bit muddy, and I think that's what that is. But that's okay. It is a 2016. It's like the same old As I Lay Dying song. It does kind of have old As I Lay Dying vibes. Yeah,
maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little, yeah. Excluding the part with the wife murder, yeah. Lambesis, I think Tim Lambesis was his name.
Yeah,
that was some crazy shit. Okay, let's keep her going. I think the vocals are pretty good, though. I think that is worthy of commenting. Okay, MC Arch in chat requests Pinga. Okay, there you go. I don't know why, but there he goes. He wants me to say. He wants me to say cock in Spanish on stream.
In Ponytown, okay.
Yeah, my bad. Oh man. Okay, so it's very 2016. That's all I'll say so far. It's good though. I think it's got some neat riffs to it. And I think it sounds cool. I would have been super, super impressed 6 years ago. Don't you think the song has a weird reverb, mostly PW vocals?
I think like overall the whole mix has some weird reverb. It's not like it's just drenched in reverb, because like when we were talking about like drenched in reverb, that's early Divinimax music.
Yeah.
Because it's just reverb and reverb, So this is not so reverby in general. But the mixing and the clashing, like frequencies on the instruments, that's what makes it sound like a mess. And it's probably like it can be ruined with a little addition of reverb, and that's what happened here. Because like it wasn't mixed even without reverb, like very clear enough to to make the guitar riffs like standing out well enough to be like distinguishable and clear or crispy. And with the addition of reverb, it just got worse, I guess. But like, it's not that bad, and the vocals actually sound very prominent and clean, and clean to me, honestly. They are not hiding behind an instrumental, and yet they are not just right in your face when it's just, you know, your typical like karaoke version when it's just instrumental and the vocals are just slapped onto the instrumental.
Right.
Like, it's more or less balanced in that regard. So, yeah.
It's I think the vocals come out super clear. I think that the vocals are the least of the problems with this mix, but but I think it does sound good.
I like the riffs.
Yeah, the riffs are awesome. I think that a lot of that trilling shit, I never do any of that crap, but I've noticed, or actually, I think that's why he's getting such an Azalea Dying vibe, is that's something you hear a lot in Azalea Dying songs, is that trill.
And some sort of cliche in that era of metalcore and deathcore.
Right.
Mostly just metalcore, I guess. So like, it's like very like, if you want to play something like anything random to give a metalcore impression, you just play like riffs through open notes and like 8th fret, 7th fret, and add those like trills and something like that. And there you go. That's like your typical standard metalcore impression, and just add a breakdown and you're good.
Right. All right, let's keep her going. Oh, okay. That ended on a weird note, but I mean, it was okay. I think it ended pretty strong. I think it was
turned into a post-hardcore song.
Yeah,
like,
but it was good.
So,
but it was good. Is this Diagonal person doing Dragonal or whatever the fuck? They're not doing anything anymore.
I think I remember him like getting a new channel with a new name, but that was like ages ago, and I don't remember what his new alias is.
Okay.
So,
Elias.
Okay. How do you say that?
It's alias.
Alias, not Elias?
No. Yeah. Elias is a name spelled with an E.
Really?
Elias.
I think it's pronounced like the same way. Like it. Okay, so the name is Elias, and the alias thing is Elias. That's how I say it usually.
Maybe I'm just not saying it. I don't know. Alias, yeah, alias.
Really?
Yeah.
Alias.
That's the British pronunciation. I think it's the same in
alias.
Alias versus.
So like, you say either alias or alias.
Yeah.
Alias.
Alias or.
Okay.
Alias.
Alias, I guess.
It's smoother in American, I guess.
Everything is smoother in American. They're
just getting rid of you.
Yeah. Okay, so that was okay. That wasn't bad. I think this that song was pretty cool. It's got some neat riffs to it. It does have some Tim Lambesis vibes, Azalea Dying type of stuff. Excuse me. Interred in the Ancient Castle. Is this gonna be? Oh, this is a Bandcamp link.
This is true black metal. It's most certainly not copyrighted because Who needs to copyright that shit? But like, yes, this is true occult black metal in Brony
Aliens.
fandom, like the worst you can ever find, and like the truest you can ever find. So like, this is true black metal, like from the early '90s, like Boom Zur, I don't know, Burzum. Disregard that. So yeah, true black metal at its worst. Not the best example, not the worst, just as it is.
Right. So, yeah, Dennis or Madoka in chat says aliens. It's kind of like aliens, but with no N. Alias. Aliens. Yeah. I like that. It's true. I'm almost out of coffee. That means I get to drink Gatorade here in a minute. Okay. So let us try out this Interred in the Ancient Castle. I assume this is going to be a Princess Luna song, which is just great. Okay, let's check it out. True with a V.
It's going to be properly loud again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let me turn you down.
In camp.
Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, before we get into the vocals too much, man, I need a breakdown. What's going on? What is going on here? Because this is so far out of my wheelhouse. I do know that black metal is similar to noisecore in that almost the worse that it sounds, the better.
Always. They're not always, you know. There's black metal and then there's black metal. Like, you can listen to one black metal project and it will sound nothing like other black metal project. Because, like, it's very diverse in quality and in production and composition, in lyrics, in everything. Like, but still, if you're talking about true occult black metal, like the old school stuff that is like extremely raw, and if you have 2 followers on YouTube, you sell out. Like, you're just mainstream pop, you know?
Right.
You're not true anymore. Like, 2 followers, that's too much.
Right.
You have to have like 1 follower at best, including yourself. So etc. So here, well, I like the riffs because like the riff is pretty nice. The timing is a little bit off, but like it's better than some examples I've heard in the past, because like here the drummer, like, he keeps the pace pretty much normally. Like, he's not dragging, he's not rushing, he's just like slowing down, speeding up occasionally. The bass is just not there, basically. There is a bass guitar, I assume so. It's just like buried in the mix the same way the drums are buried in the mix, and it's okay. It's okay because it's usually the guitars that the focus is on. The vocals are alright. I don't like them a lot. It's kind of typical for that type of thing. It's not the worst again, and not the best. Kind of mediocre, but like again, not the worst. Not the worst. And yeah, it's pretty nice riffage. Maybe a little bit boring and repetitive, but like it is what it is. And
Right.
it's honestly not the worst example of black metal I've ever heard. So I'm glad that this is a pretty like classic representation of true cold black metal in the Brony fandom, and I'm glad this exists because like we have this, we have everything.
Yeah.
So this is good because it exists. That's what I can say about it. I would give it like 6 out of 10, I think. So,
Okay.
but we still need to finish it.
All right. Yeah. Let's let's keep her going. We got 3 minutes left. Let's keep going. Oh my god. I forgot to turn it down on YouTube side. My bad to everybody. Okay, he says a 0 out of 10. I can understand the words being said. Not true Celt. Cult. I don't know what that word is. So, God, I almost wonder why we even. I don't know. It's just such an interesting thing. Period. It's just interesting. I don't even know what else to say about it because I don't understand. but okay.
Like you don't understand how can this be appealing in any way or like?
Yes. It's kind of like
well, just like the whole raw approach to like music making, like to make it as raw as possible, and call it a day. Like I can music sound worse than anything, and I can do everything myself, from drums to bass to vocals to guitars to production and mixing, and this is like the purest DIY spirit in music making or something like that. This is like very anti-capitalistic, if you can call it.
okay.
And also like the self-production and self-promotion, like you only record it on a cassette and you only have like one cassette to sell, and you don't upload your music to any like music services, like streaming services. No Bandcamp usually. Like the truest you can get is just you have a bunch of cassettes handmade in your basement in Norway, in the mountains, in your like wooden cabin or something like that. And in order to listen to your music, you just have to come there in person and listen to it yourself. So like that's the truest it can get with that type of music. This is like the aesthetic of making black metal is just it's just what makes it appealing to some folks, I guess. The whole aesthetic, the DIY spirit, and like the freedom of expression, or I don't know. I don't usually understand it in whole myself, but like I like the riffs. I like the guitar tone, probably like that, like tremolo buzzing guitars. It's just what usually comes to mind when you speak about black metal. Like it's blast beats and tremolo picking guitars, like very noisy and very buzzing, like a beehive or something like that. So that's the important attributes of black metal in general. So it's yeah, that's what is probably captivating for me. Like the fact that it exists and that it's not the pure noise, and it has some musicality, and it has something to it. Well, it depends, obviously. Like,
Right.
there is certainly some like very unlistenable like noise black metal projects that are just, you know, straight up wall of noise with no music value whatsoever. But like this is not the case. Also, oh yes, Christian black metal is. Let's never talk about Christian black metal. Okay, white metal. You would think that white metal would be the opposite of black metal, but no. White metal is usually just black metal, with white nationalists being the leaders of the bands and like this whole white power movement. But it's black metal. It's well, yeah, it's white supremacy black metal. You know, white metal.
Okay.
So,
One thing that's interesting about black metal projects is like is that, well, actually there was a joke, I think. Yeah, there was a joke in you ever watched a show called Metalocalypse?
yep.
There was that joke in it when they go to a Norway and they
Yep.
meet a guy and he's like, this is my friend and he runs a Norwegian real black metal band. Do you like it? And he goes, it's all right, I guess. And he goes, okay, then I hate it. Oh shit. I guess, I don't know. It's wild. It's wild.
NSBM, probably. Like, NSBM is probably different from white metal because, like, the definition is probably different. I'm not sure if if like white power and SBM have like a similar definition. I'm not good at distinguishing types of shit. You know?
Yeah. Oh shit. So we got about 2 minutes left. Let's finish this black metal track and then we'll get into more of the meta about black metal. Let's keep her going. Oh shit, I almost forgot to turn it back down. Okay, let's keep going.
My grave of stone, buried in these walls. My mausoleum. My better half shall know that I told her no threat, for I am interred in the ancient castle. As dead can be. As dead can be.
I like how you can tell that he was really proud of that last line, the as dead as get dead can be, because he just says that with the most intelligibility and is also very, saying it extremely, extremely loud compared to the rest of the vocals. But it was
performance though. Like I said, it's mostly on time, like staying on time with the drums, with the guitars and the bass. Like it's not falling apart. The riffs are just not unplayable, so it's very simple, and he can just play it. And because like if you consider some like amateur musicians, like the very beginners, they usually have like major issues with timing when you, especially when they try to play like all the instruments by themselves. So yeah, I would give it like 5.5 out of 10, probably 5.5 or maybe 6, because like it's not the worst, and it has the appeal of like nice and melodic riffs, and the production, well, it's on the weaker side, but what can
black
you do
metal,
with this type of black metal? Yeah, it's tolerable. It's like it's passable. Or something like that. Not the worst, not the best, but I'm glad like that this fandom has a representation in that field as well. So this is good.
The yeah, it's got that black metal representation. Let's see what he said. It's metal music about Princess Luna, numbers 46,700 or 474. True. There is a lot of those. Okay, so that was.
Let's switch to J-Dog song.
Yes, interred in the ancient castle from a new dawn over once dark lands by Glacier Frost. I recognize this name, but okay. Let us check the next one. Okay, the next one is
J-Dog. Let's check the J-Dog for like for a change of pace. Yeah, not sure if it's copy wronged.
Copy wronged. No, it is not good to go.
Let's check the next one.
The next J-Dog one?
Yep.
Okay. That one's good to go.
Okay, let's do this one.
ACD. Didn't we not?
Nope.
Have we not heard this one?
That's the other one.
Okay.
Is it robotic?
No.
No. Okay.
Let me see. Okay, so this is John Mima and Sable Symphony. They used to be like I almost said power couple, but that's not what I'm looking for. They weren't like dating or anything, but they used to collab a lot and make super good songs. And so, yeah. Anyway, let's see what this is about. John Mima and Sable Symphony, Blame It on the ACD, the After-Con Depression, I think maybe. Okay, let's check her out.
Barely open, can't you see the doors are only closing? Maybe you can find someone to show them. Just because you're lost don't mean you're broken.
This is super cool. That was super good. This is a really good verse. It's got a real fun melody to it. It's super well mixed in.
It just follows the guitar riff.
Do what?
It just follows the guitar melody.
But it's got the vocal lines are delivered very well, and I think it's mixed in well with this bass guitar. I think the bass guitar's got a really good tone to it, and the drums have taken a back seat, or like they're reined in. It sounds really good. I think this is a really neat verse. I think it sounds really cool. I'm very impressed with it.
One to show them. Just because you're lost don't mean you're broken. All your friends have gone back to their homeland. Last thing was a touch from their own hands. I'm the one who will miss you the most and bring myself upon my own depression. Blame it on my friends, blame it on my parents, blame it on my suicidal tension, blame it on my life, blame it on the end, blame it on my after-con depression, blame it on my alcohol obsession, blame it on my world-heavy transgression, blame it on my over-speculation, blame it on my after-con depression. I wake up alone, no one is home then.
I think this is cool. I think it sounds really fucking awesome. Imagine being to a con, right? I think it sounds cool as fuck. I think that the vocals are delivered really well. That would be wow, John Mima did the vocals on this. Sounds really good. I think he did a very good job at the vocals sound really good. And I think that it's mixed really well too. Like, I don't know if there's any
something in the mixing seems like completely off to me.
Okay.
I just can't quite tell what it is yet.
The vocals are really loud. That's really the only thing I can think of, but even then, it still comes out okay. But yeah, I think it sounds pretty good. I think the music all sounds together really well, and then I think it's a really neat composition. It sounds cool to me.
Okay.
All right, let's keep it going. Let's see if we can identify it.
Head out to my job, same boring living, hoping I can find some peace on my end. Just because I'm lost don't mean I'm broken. I wish that I lived by more of my friends, begging for a touch from one of their hands. I'm the one who will miss you the most and bring myself upon my own depression. Blame it on my friends, blame it on my parents, blame it on my suicidal tension, blame it on my life, blame it on the end, blame it on my aftergone depression, blame it on my alcohol obsession, blame it on my world-heavy transgression, blame it on my over-speculation, blame it on my aftergone depression. Blame it on my friends, blame it on my parents, blame it on my suicidal tension.
I think the vocals and the verses are kind of loud. I think the vocals are pretty loud all the way across. I think it's all very, very loud, but that's okay. I think it sounds okay. Yeah, it was all right.
Blame it on my life, blame it on the end, blame it on my aftergone depression, blame it on my alcohol obsession, blame it on my world-heavy transgression, blame it on my over-speculation, blame it on my aftergone depression.
I guess those vocals the screamed vocals aren't too loud, but I don't know, they don't have it really set up for that.
I had to ramp up the volume to like 45% on my audio interface, because this is what I was talking about like last stream, I think. When you mix music, make sure it sounds balanced on low volume, because like it sounds very, very unbalanced on low volume, and I couldn't hear the drums, I couldn't hear the guitars throughout the verse, and like the bass was just the bass tone wasn't even prominent. The only thing I could hear was like vocals, but even vocals did not have enough like power. It was like the high frequencies, the high mids or something like that. And when I ramped up the volume like to like 45 or 50% to like hear anything, everything was loud, and the vocals were just the loudest, but still like in balance with everything else.
Yeah.
But like it's not supposed to be like that. It still felt like it was kind of falling apart. Even the like, and I also feel like the drums were the most quiet part. Like even though they were kind of prominent in the mix, they still sounded a little bit quiet or like underwhelming or like not present enough in the mix. Like in general as a whole, like I was able to hear the kick drum like very clearly. The snare was okay, like the cymbals, it was just all there, and at the same time it just wasn't. I don't know. So like it's again just the mixing issue when like you have to make a song really, really loud on your player or whatever device you're using in order to hear the whole mix, the whole picture. and it will still feel kind of underwhelming because like I had the same problem when I just started making music, and making it loud by like just slapping the maximizer or just the master compressor to make it like brick wall loud won't save the mix, because like it will still sound unbalanced on low volume, and you will have to make the sound loud in order to hear all the separate instruments and in order to like experience the whole thing without losing any elements you're listening to. Because like on low volume, the bass like was just like, you know, low end booming. The drums were just, you know, like very soft and shy. I couldn't hear the drums at all, at fucking all, you know. And the guitar tone was just like, you know, your typical lame, silly overdrive, like rock from the 70s. Ha ha ha, not metal at all. You know, excuse me. It was just not very present and not very punchy, and it did not have any connection to the bass tone. So it was just falling apart on low volume. It was not enjoyable. It's like the only thing that was prominent enough on low volume was the vocals, and that's just it. Like that's like, it is mixed all right, but this massive issue makes it unlistenable on low volume, and it's not how it's supposed to be. You know?
Yeah, I remember we were talking about that last time, about how you can mix or you can compress in post, you know, like literally later. We were talking about that with the that one song from the album that we were listening to. But people, if you turn it all the way up, then you'll get a sort of compression, and you'll get a different sound. And then because we were talking about how everything was really, really quiet except for that one bass thing that would be like boom at the beginning of the tracks. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's I think that's what we were talking about. Yeah. And maybe there's an element of that here. I didn't really listen too much because I've got it turned down like halfway on stream, but I've got it like on full volume on my end. So I maybe I couldn't tell. Maybe I should turn this shit down. I don't know. Anyway, but I thought that it was a really neat composition. I thought it sounded like a really cool song.
It was really boring for me.
Yeah. I thought it was fun. It kind of had a swing.
Like musically, it didn't have much to offer or to deliver. You know, like it's the same one riff with like very little variance. Maybe the breakdown like spiced it up a little bit. It was kind of cool because like the guitar was just so low tuned. So that was cool. The vocals are just okay. I don't know. The shuffle thing also fine, but overall, I'm not impressed by the composition alone. And yeah, it was okay. 5 out of 10. So
okay, yeah. I can vibe with that. Okay, so that was pretty cool. Are we doing Reclamation the Invasion featuring Metalcore Pony next by Princess Whatever?
No, let's go back to the bottom.
Okay. All right, so we're checking out Inhumano. The song is called Inhumano. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. I forget. I'm not going to announce the tracks for people that are not watching. Ah, okay, we're not doing Inhumano.
Whoops. Okay.
The Wonderbolts. Maybe?
I don't know.
Cool.
Disdain area.
How many covers have we listened to?
I don't know. 3?
At least 3.
This is the third one, probably. I'm not entirely sure.
Is Control F? No. Okay. Control F. This Day Aria. No way. There's no way we've only done one. There's no way.
Really? Okay. Maybe it wasn't a different sound. I'm not entirely sure.
I have no idea. There is no way we've only listened to the... Okay, well, even if we haven't on stream, I've heard a billion freaking covers of This Day Aria. Yeah. I feel like it's one of those really, really...
I only like one.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
Let me find it in my library. It's buried somewhere in my music library. This this day. I think it was.
This day was going to be No, don't get me wrong. The song is fucking legendary. Like, it definitely deserves all the love it got.
I think it was Agile Dash remix. There was also Arcane Metal version, and the one that is non-symphonic, I think, or like Arcane Metal did a metal remix and a symphonic metal remix, and then Reprise Metal. Or something like that. At least I have like 3 versions in my library still. Like, I like the electronic remix of it more than the metal ones because it gave it a little bit different twist, I would say. So I'm not entirely sure, but like, this is very niche and like 2012 or probably.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so let's check out this cover from the Wonderbolts. Which I'm pretty sure they're still active. Didn't they just? I want to say they just played at like Epona Fest or something like that, but they are an incredible band to watch live. Absolutely, just amazing band. That I'm not subscribed to for some reason. But the Wonderbolts, This Day Aria, what heavy metal cover. I want to know who's doing vocals. Vocals, cadence, Blake. I'm sorry. that what's it called? That fucking Key and Peele skit. Blake. where the Elias Frost. I thought we had listened to this one too. This Day Aria. From Elias Frost. I know I've heard it, but I don't know if I've listened to it on stream. I doubt that. Yeah, so this Blake, I'm pretty sure is Prince. No, what the fuck am I talking about? Is Wootmaster, and then Galen Cadence. I'm pretty sure. I think he just goes by the one Galen on Twitter. Anyway, let's check this one out, eh? This song is fucking legendary. It's so good. Wootmaster is PW confirmed. True, not clickbait. At 3 a.m. Now, I just want to mention super quick for people that are not familiar with the Wonderbolts. I can't imagine that there's any of them that aren't. That this mix sounds super rough, but they're all using very very raw recordings of instruments. Like, and this is what it sounds like when they play it live. Like, every time I've ever heard a recording of the Wonderbolts, the recording has always been a really rough, really kind of a difficult mix to listen to. But when you ever hear them play it live, it usually sounds just like this. Even the vocals are this good, because Galen and Wootmaster both are just incredible vocalists. Both of them are just legendary fucking good. So yeah, just imagine this is live, because that's usually, as far as I understand, how they record their shit anyway. Not like literally live, but they do it like one take type of thing, or it's just very raw. And so that kind of clears up a lot for me, at least, where I go, this is very good, rather than focusing on it being such a rough mix. So let's keep her going. He's really, really stretching it, but he nailed it though. He got it. I mean, you can tell that he's really, really going as far as he possibly can, and that he's giving it everything that he's got. Do what?
He turns into falsetto on the highest notes.
He did. He went falsetto, and even in falsetto, that was like as far as he was able to go, and you can tell that he's giving it all that he's got, and he still manages to get it, which is really, really cool. I think you don't hear that very often, where on a recording you're hearing somebody go literally to their very fucking limit, and just still manage to nail it. It's just really cool. It's rare and it's cool. Let's keep going.
We must escape before it's too late. Find a way to save the day. Hope I'll be lying if I say I don't fear that I may lose him to the one who wants to use him. Not careful, love and cherish him each day. Oh, so not the gloom of my thoughts he does consume. Oh, shining armor, I'll be there soon.
What?
That's fucking.
Nom meth.
The laziest fucking reference of all time. It's good, but it's like the fucking the laziest fucking reference ever to like. This is like the moment when we add something sinister and evil sounding, and sounds like menace, or I don't know. It's like, oh, this is gonna be the creepy evil part, and they just reference that particular thing.
Right.
I forget the name of it, but like, it's just. This is funny. It's not bad. It's just funny.
I get you. I understand. That's okay. We're getting into the solo. I'm gonna back it up a little bit so we can hear the whole solo.
Not the solo. It's actually like the main melody of it.
Right. Well, the lead guitar. Then I'm trying to say. Didn't get it. I'm dumb. With this reference. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of it either. I can't think of the name of it either, but I know what you're talking about.
Or something like that. I don't even remember the words.
I love this description. Recorded, mixed, and mastered by Blake. What's dynamic range, Henry? That's what I was talking about. That he's really, really just giving it all he's got. That's funny as fuck. I like that. Let's keep her going.
Phantom of the Opera.
The what?
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. Okay, so that dual lead was kind of a mess. But
it was okay, I guess. It was okay.
yeah, it was okay, but it was a little bit of a mess. But it sounded good. Like, it was okay. That was good. I think that the drums just absolutely murdered it. There was a few little things in that I would classify as a blast beat. That a couple of points in there we were just like and I think it worked really, really good. The leads competing with one another were different, were goofy, but I do like how they juxtaposed the tones together. They didn't make them both the same tone, so it didn't really clash too bad. So they did okay. But anyway, we're into the final chorus, it sounds like, or this final movement rather.
Finally the moment has arrived for me to be one lucky bride. Oh, the wedding we will make, and the marrying of fate, shining armor will be mine, all mine.
That was cool. They are so good. They're a lot of fun.
This is very like 70s, I guess.
Maybe a little like maybe that acid
not
rock.
70s, probably 80s like heavy metal.
Yeah. So like, yeah, and that seems to be where like Wootmaster's strength is. Whenever you every time I've ever heard Wootmaster really, really shine, especially on stage, he's doing some sort of like classic heavy metal type of thing.
Yeah, I think that's like his territory when he does that type of music.
Yeah, he's really, really
Not
good.
only with covers, but like probably with the original stuff. When it comes to like heavy metal or like more rock music, this is the type of music he would make or like prefer. So
Yeah.
this is kind of his signature at this point, I guess.
Mm-hmm. He does really, really good work that way. And then I've played music with Galen before. I played on stage with him at Nightmare Nights in 2017. We played alongside Seventh Element, and that was a really, really fun show. It was fun to play. I like absolutely just murdered the bass guitar on that. Like, I was up there jumping off of the stage and rocking out way too fucking hard for a Seventh Element song, but it was a lot of fun. And Galen is really, really good. I want to say Killstream. I think he calls himself Killstream. He was doing keyboard. I think he's called Killstream. I don't know. I don't follow any of these people on Twitter anymore. I got tired of all their retard anti-America takes, but they're all very brilliant musicians regardless. So that was a lot of fun. These guys are really, really, really good. They're kind of remind me of like the heavy rock version of like the Ponytones. The Ponytones are another really good pony group. I don't know if the Ponytones are still active, but I know the Wonderbolts are still doing stuff.
Ponytones is probably another project of Wootmaster, but more on the rock side rather than heavy metal.
Yeah,
as far as I know.
Yeah, I think so. I think doesn't Wootmaster? Yeah, I think Wootmaster does play drums for the Ponytones.
Ponytones. Yeah, because like I remember them making like covers of the Beatles and like other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember like other projects, but still, I know they're on the rock side. So, what is that? Oh,
Disappearance of Hatsune Miku Rachi cover.
It's gone. It's disappeared because it's copyrighted.
Bleep.
Next.
Deleted. There you go. This one is Coyote. I think it's Coyote. Maybe that's stylized.
Isn't it how it's spelled in English? No.
Coyote is spelled with a E. Coyote. So I think this is Coyote, but it's stylized, maybe Coyote.
Had blast beats, but gone.
True.
Good riddance.
It had blast beats, but sorry. It's really difficult to keep track of.
I think it's the improved engine that now shows more stuff that gets like copyrighted. Because like I remember when we were like checking each and every song, and still like after the stream you were telling me that some like 1 or 2 tracks were still like copyrighted and like get the whole VOD like demonetized or something like that. So I guess they just improved the engine on like their stuff.
I know who Picano is. This is the alt.
Okay.
I recognize who this is now. I didn't know, but anyway, I didn't recognize just the name. I don't talk to this person very much. I think I've talked to them like a couple of times, but I don't recognize by the name. Anyway, so this is the alt of this person. Okay, so Coyote. This song is like 4 years old, going on 4 years old, and it has 30 views, but it's 30 or less than 30 seconds long. So let's see what A Sticky Situation at Flanksgiving Dinner is all about. Oh my god. Woo! All right, that is the purest noisecore, I think. Oh, it's a Pinkamena party. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Wait, they don't have here. You can have a like. There's a like. LOL. Good noise. Noise. There you go. Now you have comments and likes. There you go. Pinkamena party archive.
So it's deleted from. It's either deleted from his channel or he didn't make a channel in the first place. So Pinkamena Party uploaded the song to their own channel because reasons. Whatever.
Probably a traitor to the horse. So there you go.
Fun.
That was fun. I don't know what else to say about that, but there you go. Pinkamena Party. Let us check the next one.
This is probably copyrighted now because like it wasn't back then. No, look,
Under Threat, a new myth.
It's one of my favorite melodic death metal bands ever.
Oh, really?
And they're from Colombia.
Colombia.
Yep.
Are you talking about South America?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with it. I'm hip.
The mixing, like in Latin America, they have like, let's say, issues or like problems finding a decent sound engineer for extreme metal or something like that, because like they're like most of their albums since like the late 90s, they didn't sound as polished and like mixed and produced and mastered on like worldwide mainstream level or something like that, but the music just kicks ass. This is just one of my favorite things in melodic death metal like ever. When I discovered them, it was just it was all about the riffs, the melodies, and no changes of pace. It's just like an unstoppable train of riffs and melodies and solos and other stuff. Regardless of the mixing, it's just very energizing and driving compositions, and I love that a lot. This is just incredible. So yeah, that's why I'm hyped.
All right,
you will probably be heavily disappointed by that, but that's okay.
All right, let's check it out. Oh, it's really, really fucking loud. just real super quick. With in Ponytown, they were talking about Breaking Bad, and we were talking about this is the Breaking Bad pride flag. And you can tell this is the Breaking Bad pride flag because let me just make sure it's not covered.
I haven't watched that show too.
Oh, let's see. Open.
I know what it is. I know what it is about, like vaguely, but like.
Why is it zoomed in? Okay, so this is the Breaking Bad pride flag. The blue is for the meth, and then the pink is for Jesse Pinkman, and then white is for Walter White. This is the Breaking Bad pride flag, right?
What the second pink and the second blue stand for?
I thought it would just went to the center, and then it was Pinkman and meth again. We need to make meth or something. I thought that's how it worked. That's the Spa Ponies flag. That's true too. It can also be the Spa Ponies flag, and that's all that it means, and nothing else. JK, LOL, we joke. Okay.
When I posted like the Russian flag on Twitter, but like I swapped the colors for the colors of the trans pride flag.
Oh yeah, because essentially, I don't know what the Russian flag looks like anymore. The Russian flag is basically trans right or the trans pride flag, except it's just washed out.
Yeah. I wish.
Or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so this is a really neat riff. I like this down-tempo, very headbang-inducing introduction to this song. So we're off to a good start. I'm hyped as well. Let's keep going. Yeah, the mix is a little bit weird. I mean, it's not like it's when I say the mix is weird, it's not like bad. It's just different. It's not your typical mix that you'll find on like Slam Worldwide or whatever, where the mids are totally scooped out and you have this super overpowering bass drum and that kind of shit with the high end boosted and then the vocals way over compressed right on top of the mix. This is just, it's totally different, but it works. It sounds really cool. I love the way that snare drum is just the voice of the whole kit, and it really cuts through. But it's not overpowering. It doesn't make anything duck. It's just everything is in their lane, and it sounds really good. And also blast beats. That's really good. The riffage is really cool, but it's more than that, because like the vocals are also not your typical melodic death metal where you kind of have like an operatic feel, and it also mixes it up a little bit, because in most melodic death metal that I listen to, that I've heard before, it usually all has like one tone to it, and they got some gutturals and some shrieks in there a little bit, and it sounds amazing so far. A minute 32 into it, and it sounds awesome. So I'm impressed. Let's go. love that bass guitar sound too. The bass guitar tone is amazing. It's got a lot of that real thick clickety clack and shit. Oh my god, it's really really good. I really like it, and I like how the composition in and of itself is doing all the heavy lifting when it comes to the intensity of the song. They're not like filling it up with a bunch of crap. The way I'm comparing it to like a Slam Worldwide release where the composition in and of itself doesn't have to be all that intense, but the mixing will make it way, way more intense. I really like this riff too. It's the way that it is super intense and then it will kind of step down is just super, super cool. This guitar work is super, super busy, and it's just so tight. The recording is so tight. It's so very good. I'm actually super, super impressed with this. The vocals are really, really loud, but it's like okay that they're loud because they don't seem to like overpower anything. And like when the what's it called? Whenever the vocals drop out, it doesn't feel like there's something missing. It just retains the same amount of intensity, and it's really good. It's super, super good. Super good. Really
what
impressive.
What I like about this like the most is that it just doesn't stop. I can only compare this type of music to like the train that just cannot be stopped, like the hype train or whatever. Because like even when it does like stop for a brief moment, when the drums are not playing anything and it just feels like a moment of respite or something like that, it just still keeps that the groove or the inner counting. You're just like expecting like click, 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 like going inside your head on something like that. And you know, it just hits the next second. It just goes on and on. It just cannot be stopped. It just, the intensity and how it is unstoppable and lacks those like typical dynamic contrasts, or like not dynamic, but like what's it called? Agogic, probably well, there are like dynamic contrasts and agogic when there's like, okay, whatever. So like it does not have like those contrasted parts when it just stops for a brief second in order to give a listener like a moment to breathe. It just keeps giving more riffs, more melodies, and it just goes forward and it doesn't stop. And what is also interesting about it is that with how repetitive the riffs are, it does not get boring. They keep playing that same-ish type of music for like 2 decades, or like more than 2 decades, but like whatever. And it does not, it doesn't get old. It's not getting old at all. It does not get like boring or annoying. Like I know some riffs from the new album sound somewhat similar, or maybe as a reference to previous albums, but it does not sound boring at all. It's still interesting, entertaining, and captivating. And when they dropped that first song, they dropped it as a live version, like not the album version, but like how they performed it live in Colombia or something like that, and it just blew my mind, especially like the opening riff, and then they layered it like at the last part of the song as a comeback or something like that. But so in that way they created an arc like of sorts when it's the opening riff and the closing riff, and everything happening in between is just surrounded by that arc, and it's just like very cool compositional technique. And Jesus, this is very good, and I am very happy that I discovered them in like 2008 or something like that, like very like early on for myself. And damn, I'm waiting for them to drop the album this year, and they are like criminally underrated on the whole like world melodic death metal scene, like in general. So like I wish they could get like more attention from like big reviewers, like more sales, like worldwide tour or something like that, but they are just mostly stuck in Colombia or whatever. So damn, this is very underrated stuff. And I appreciate Gargot like sharing stuff from their local from his like local bands from Mexico or whatever, because like this is also usually very, very good and very underrated. Like despite having some probably like mixing issues or maybe lacking sometimes lacking in quality, this is still feels like very, very underrated. And how everyone just looks down on music, on extreme music that is made in Latin America. This is unfair. This is very underrated.
Yeah, so, I tend to agree, because this is super, super, super good. And I cannot believe that it only has, I mean, 13K views in however many years is pretty good.
This is the labels page, not their own.
Oh my God! Even then, it's really incredible to me.
Another thing is that on this particular album, they made the guitar sounds very, very dry in comparison to how they sounded on the previous albums. It's like their guitar tone was like it was varying from album to album, so you can tell like from which album the song comes just by analyzing the sound of it all, like how the mixing evolved, or not like evolved, but it just transformed from one type of mixing to another or something like that. So yeah,
I gotcha. Cool deal. That was super fucking cool.
Let's check the P-dubs.
That would be the Reclamation Invasion featuring Metalcore Pony.
If it's not copyrighted.
True. I should check it just to make sure. No.
Oh no.
Good for him.
P-Dubs is copyrighted. Okay, cool.
Good for him.
Okay, let's do another J-Dagon. Like scroll up. It's this one, the red page waiting, if it's not copyrighted, because like J-Dagon asked for more of his stuff like from the bottom, so since most of the stuff he submitted earlier is copyrighted, I hope we can find a non-copyright. Oh shit. Okay, next one
is Doomed Hellwalker.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is clearly how they improved the eProofs engines. How it says, okay, this is copyright free. Okay, let's do this.
Album arrangement.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be copyrighted earlier, but now it is copyrighted. Most definitely because they improved how eProofs like discovers the licenses for copyrighted songs or something like that.
Okay,
so it's probably that, but like again, this is safer for us, so it's probably good. I know we're not checking out like huge names or very popular stuff, but on the other hand, if we ever get monetization, this will be good. Okay.
So Hellwalker was the first single from Doomed, an unofficial rearrangement from the Doom 2016 soundtrack. I don't know what that means.
I think that they took the original Doom soundtrack by what's the guy name was the Doom soundtrack composer, Mick Gordon. Yes. So they took the Mick Gordon soundtrack and rearranged it, I guess. Like it's a cover band of Mick Gordon's Doom soundtrack or something. Okay. Doom died in 2005. Why? Doom 3 wasn't even good. I mean, it was
what? Doom 3 was amazing.
What? That was like this. I didn't like it at all. It was like the only thing I like about Doom 3 is the main menu music. That's all.
Really?
I didn't get any other like music out of Doom 3 because it was just soundtrackless, you know?
Yeah.
And when it was like I was very disappointed by it. It was just it turned in like halfway through the playthrough of the game, it turned into a very monotonous just going through dark places, kill that, go there, push the button, talk to a character, the character dies, you go kill more monsters, again, no lights, then you get jump scared again, no music playing, the suspense. This was getting just boring. After playing Doom and Doom 2, like in late 90s, this was a major disappointment. And I understand how disappointed all the like hardcore Doom fans were by Doom 3 because like it had no music, it was monotonous, boring, and like it was like pure 3D action, and the graphics ramped up in comparison to the 90s like DOS era or something like that. But it was too big of a change for a game that was like that legendary, and so they anticipated the 2016 Doom like being like afraid that it will fail as miserable as Doom 3 failed, and then they delivered that like killer soundtrack, more blood, and then like it was just a completely different game, and then Doom became legendary once again thanks to like Mick Gordon's soundtrack or whatever. But like Doom 3 is considered a failure in the game series, but like most of the hardcore fans who played Doom originally in the 90s. And I guess I'm among them.
I was a Doom casual, as you could say, I guess, because I didn't play any of the other Doom games except for Doom 3, and Doom 3 was amazing. Like, me and my friends, we were like fucking 13, 14 or something like that, playing this game like all night in the dark, screaming at the TV. It was oh my god, it was such a good time. So maybe it was just like the atmosphere of me and my friends playing it that, like, you know, had such a, and we had this deadly fucking flashlight. It was, oh man, it was so good.
The problem with the flashlight that you just cannot hold the flashlight and have a gun at the same time.
Yeah.
Can't you just use a fucking flex tape the fucking flashlight to your gun? You stupid asshole. I mean, why not? Just get a flashlight and flex tape it. Flex fucking tape it to a gun, you motherfucker. What? I mean, it's always about you can either see anything or shoot at anything, and the choice is yours. This is fucking ridiculous.
That is true. That flex tape, the fucking, what's it called? The flashlight. That's a lot of damage. It was good.
Yeah, that's.
Did
they run out of flex tape on Mars?
I don't know if flex tape was invented by then.
Maybe Mars gravity makes flex tape useless somehow.
Oh my god, yeah, that game.
Maybe it's something in the air.
Or the lack thereof, yeah. All right, so we're gonna listen to this Doom 16 album arrangement. Now, I've never heard the original soundtrack, so I don't know what the original sounds like. But this is the rearrangement, so I'll be coming into this completely dry. Let's check it out. I've heard some of it just in memes, though.
I haven't played modern Doom games because modern games have monstrous requirements, and my laptop won't be able to handle it at all. So I don't play modern games because of that. That's the major reason. So I haven't played the new Doom games. So I will be forever the Doom 1 and the Ultimate Doom and Doom 2 Hell on Earth person. So
Ponytown is just fucking up my whole thing. But yeah, the Doom music comes in memes like this.
Before we get copyrighted because it's playing on stream.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was just playing that. Okay, so there's that. Anyway, let us check this out. Okay, go. I wonder what the original sounds like. It just sounds like, because they sound like original.
The original most definitely sounded like instrumental. I'm pretty sure the original soundtrack didn't have any vocals, aside from the choir of demons.
Yeah. Sounds like Impending Doom. Impending Doom is like old school death metal.
It's a song.
Yeah,
band.
That is true. It sounds. It's a really cool sound. I prefer the down tempo metal with the screaming and everything, but it's also got like melodic elements to it that are like underlying everything, and it sounds really, really cool.
Is there a band called Impending Doom?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Because I only know a song called Impending Doom, and it's not near like death metal. It's just groove metal. your typical American groove metal.
Now, Impending Doom is I don't know where they're from. American
Christcore.
Christian. Yes.
Christcore. What?
They are a Christian deathcore band. But they're a Christian deathcore band now, but back in the day they were like really old school death metal, not unlike Cannibal Corpse or something like that. But all of their songs have always been like real Bible-y and stuff like that. But they get down. They're really good. What was the name of they had one really, really good album. Nail Dead Risen was a really good fucking song. And yeah, they had an album, I want to say it was called We Are the Gospel, that was really fucking good. Oh yeah, There Will Be Violence. That's another really fucking cool song. There will be violence. It's really, really good. It sounds like there will be violins.
So far, the vocals mostly remind me of Miseration, if you've ever heard of them.
I haven't.
Maybe a little bit.
Miseration.
Yeah, a Swedish death metal band.
Okay. Let's.
Pretty sure it's copyrighted.
Yeah, I was just gonna throw.
They're kind of big.
I was gonna throw one of the songs on on my watch later. No.
Let's check. I will throw it in stream text and we'll check it out the stream. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's keep this one going. It's a really interesting, it vibes with me for sure. This down-tempo metal is just what I'm all about. Keep it going. When I had my WAD, I based mostly on Plutonia. What? I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Gargant was doing the WADs for Doom, and he based it mostly on the WAD extension or DLC, if you can call it DLC. It's called Plutonia Experiment, and it's let's say DLC for Doom 2. So yeah, I haven't played any of Gargant's WADs though yet. I know he shared something, maybe in DMs even. I'm not entirely sure, but like I know he was making like WADs because like I see him like working on WADs. Or like I used to see him working on WADs on Discord in his like status field or something like that. That he was writing the application to make WADs for Doom. So yeah, whatever. That's a little bit off topic.
All right, let's keep her going. The vocals are really good too. This is just really good. I'm super impressed. So I wonder if rearrangement means that he's like taking parts of the song that are like as is, right, and then just kind of putting them into a
like
different.
bootlegging?
Yeah, kind of, I guess. Because I almost wonder.
It turned into a Slam Worldwide song.
Yeah, where it
I wouldn't even
starts and
call it, like,
stops and yeah.
It's kind. I would describe it as, you know, Doom soundtrack, but it's emo.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not like, you know, it's, you know, whiny, sad deathcore, or like slam, like whiny, sad slam. Whiny,
Yeah.
sad slam.
I think it's just gonna fade out. I just want to make sure that's the vibe
like,
that I get.
It's not as brutal as Slam Worldwide usually is. It's more on a post-hardcore vibe or
Yeah.
mood. It's like it clearly does not have any elements of post-hardcore to it, but it feels like it is just emo slam. I don't know how else to describe it. It's kind of silly, but I like it, but like it's very silly.
I think it's really cool. It's really neat. I just want to know what a rearrangement is. So I wonder if this is if the original is Rip and Tear. I wonder. Actually, let me see. Rip and Tear Doom. Let us take.
No, it's don't. It has how many million views?
Oh, what is it? Oh, okay. Damn
How
it.
many million views it does?
12.
Okay. Yeah, just 12 million. So that's nothing. No.
Okay. So he takes I would assume that he's taking that song, the Rip and Tear song, and then is taking pieces of it and rearranging it into an original song, but using the original mastering and everything. He's just putting vocals on top of it and just like making a new composition out of it. That's
I
the
wonder
guess.
if they took like certain parts of the original and got away with no copyrights on this one. This is kind of weird. Just like I would assume that if they took certain parts of the original track, it might have been copyrighted like one way or another. I'm not entirely sure. Rip and Tear from Brutal Doom? What? Oh, you mean like
Rip and Tear?
wait, you mean like Rip and Tear was like it was a soundtrack to Brutal Doom? No? Just like I haven't played Brutal Doom myself, honestly, so I
Brutal
can't
Doom,
tell.
is that the metal game? Or is that the mod?
No,
okay,
it's a mod. It's a mod for Doom.
Okay. Well, all right then. There you go. what the game? I'm thinking of like a heavy metal game, right? Isn't that a thing?
Painkiller.
Painkiller.
Painkiller has like first Painkiller game. The other ones, the sequels, the prequels, the whatever fucking quells, they were all just garbage. The first one and only Painkiller, Battle Out of Hell. Well, Battle Out of Hell is probably the add-on to it, but like the first Painkiller game had the best soundtrack in the video game like industry, like heavy metal wise. It was it was recorded by Polish like heavy metal, like heavy thrash metal, but like they mixed it differently and made it sound extremely brutal for that time. And it was all instrumental, but like damn, it was satisfying. Like, you know, like hordes of monsters of all kinds, like running at you, and you're just standing with a minigun or like a rocket launcher or like any kind of like weapon that is just, you know, very, very cool, and there's a lot of blood, and you just kill them. And that music, well, Painkiller is just one of the best games to just, if you want to just kill everything on screen and just vibe to a good heavy metal. So I highly recommend it if you haven't played it like ever, because like this is one of my favorite games soundtracks.
No, I was thinking of a game where they had, it was like a heavy metal person, like a heavy metal musician, Brutal Legend.
Probably
Brutal Legend.
Because I haven't played it, but like it had a soundtrack of like it had Disturbed, I think. So like many metal bands or something. So it wasn't just the original soundtrack made specifically for the game, as far as I know. So it's kind of different, I would say.
This the My Little Pony game comes out tomorrow.
That's the wrong My Little Pony game. The original, the true My Little Pony game is on Twitter, and you can die of emotional damage.
I will be fucking up this game. I am going to play this game on stream after work. Most fucking definitely.
I still need to get it because like I want to buy it. If I can buy it. Like, I'm not entirely sure if it's eligible in Russia right now. Like, we'll see.
My specs absolutely just destroy this.
I cannot see shit because the stream is pixelated on Discord, so yeah.
Yeah, can't wait for the gun mod. Yes, I want, what is it, that the mod that they always do, the big tits mod?
Hot Coffee? Yeah, no, the Hot Coffee was like San Andreas mode, where just like the girls are just all naked and the all cutscenes with the sex and like other like intercourse stuff is just like open,
right?
With those like clumsy square-ish models, you know, really goofy for that time. But like that was fun. That was a thing.
Because I would buy it, or I would pre-order it right now, but I'm fucking broke until tomorrow. I have no money. The opposite of money. I have no money. So I'm waiting, and I'm gonna pre-order this shit, and then I gotta set up a PO box for these other people. Anyway, let's do a couple more. Unmoney. I have
Muluk Pax. Sacrificio del Mar. Muluk Pax. It's 2017.
Oh, 2017. Muluk Pax Sacrificio del Mar.
Let's see if it's copyrighted.
Let us find out. Boing. We're good.
Yep.
Cool deal.
Let's go. Money.
Okay, so Muluk Pax Sacrificio del Mar is lyric video. This is the music, the lyric video for the song Sacrificio del Mar, the new EP, or from the new EP Muluk Pax, titled Kimsa with 2 I's.
Are they Spanish? Mexican? Or, I don't know, Spanish? Or?
It sounds like it. It sounds Spanish. I'm not sure. Because, like I said, I get Spanish and Portuguese mixed up pretty easily. Let's find out. Jade Empire Music. It doesn't say. It does not say. It doesn't say where they're from.
No?
It does not. Oh, wait. Mexico City is where they're posting from. So, yeah, Mexico. Mexico City, Mexico. Cool. So that's at least where that label comes from. But anyway, let's check this out. Mulik Pax. Let's go. Man, this is older, right? But there's so many like old school death metal cliches going on, and it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Especially this riff is something I've heard a lot. You can hear it, especially the first place I heard it was like Job for a Cowboy. Job for a Cowboy did this riff a lot. Kind of like that split where you go from like what is it? Let me think. It's like 3. You go 2 steps up. It's like 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's like 3, 6, and then 3, 6 on the next string. And then you move up 1. That was another really common riff. There's just, I wonder if we're gonna hear that. It's just so many old school death metal cliches. It's just wonderful. I love it. Let's keep her going. I love this. This is so good. It's one of my problems with old school death metal is that all the songs were like 4 minutes long. They'd be like 3.5 to 4 minutes long, and they're kind of long for what they are.
Too long for Too long for what they offer.
Yeah.
Like that.
There's not enough variance in the sound or enough variance in the riffs, where it's usually kind of like an expansion on just one riff, as it was. Mexico City scene is so I don't know what the fuck that means, but it's it is long for what it is, but I think that it's got a cool sound to it, and I've always really enjoyed this old school death metal sound, especially for just like playing music in the background. It's good stuff. Means it's good. Oh, I gotcha. Let's keep it going. Yes. Get some of that yeah.
Loot.
That was interesting. Short-lived.
Rings of Saturn, but it's old school and also very, very simple and accessible.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a Mexican ring of Saturn with yeah. It's good. Oh, look at that. Magic
Like,
pink horse.
I'm just looking at how crazy and chaotic the solo sounds. It's not like it's inhumanly unplayable like Rings of Saturn, but like with the video footage that they've put together for a song, it just gives off the like that little vibe, you know.
Yeah.
And it's still like Rings of Saturn, but very very more simplistic and old school.
Yeah. But it's cool. Okay, they changed it up a lot. I was like not really vibing with it there for a minute, but it was
Then it got interesting.
yeah, but then now they're interesting. They brought in some of that folksy stuff, some of the shakers and the little horns or whatever you call that, like flutes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good as fuck. I like that a lot. Let's keep it going. That is a very cool sound. That kind of like weird scream that or whatever is super good. Reminds me a lot of like Arsonist Get All the Girls, but Arsonist Get All the Girls was not in any way like this at all. They were a lot more groovy. This is very old school. It's just super good. Super fucking cool. Super good. That was awesome.
I wonder if a different guitar tone, like less high frequency, would make it sound more distinguishable and riffs more like brighter or shinier and more prominent in the mix, because like they are a little bit indistinguishable at some points. I feel like it was done on purpose because like it sounds still like very, very tight, but I would say that it would like a little bit of high frequencies would probably add more to the guitar riff readability.
I do think it was a little the guitar tone was a little warm for my taste. But yeah, it was good. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. That's a good fucking song right there. I added that to my best of the best, so that's gonna go in my workout playlist for sure.
Cool.
It's cool fucking shit. Okay, let's do the next one. Yeah, let's do like 2 more or something like that, and then I've gotta go. I have to continue doing laundry. You can't see it because it's obscured by my my what's it called? My fucking my border here. But behind me is just this massive fucking pile of clothes that we wore while we were in Atlanta, and we still haven't washed them. So I've got to go do that today. I got started yesterday, but anyway, let us check out the next one. Are we gonna do this begging for incest?
Or maybe we can check another J-Dagon song. How many J-Dagon songs we checked so far? I think 2? 2, yes. We can
that have actually like gone through.
Yeah, like let's do 2020 Erase the Day by J-Dagon.
Erase the Day.
If it's
oh
not...
yeah, you're right. I should probably check it because I don't want to get butt fucked by copyright. Oh, we're good. Excellent.
Yay. This is a yay.
Do my Pinkamania Party song. What is your Pinkamania Party song?
Maybe next time.
We'll do that one next. Yeah. Pinkamania Party songs are usually the noisecore ones that are really short. So that'll be all right.
Okay, so we can probably do that. Right.
All right. Erase the Day. The End. Official music video. Let's check this one out. Oh, it's from Sweden. Cool. Interesting.
Oh, there was an intro. Okay.
911, what's your emergency?
Another intro.
Yeah.
Another intro.
Coming down there. I wanna talk to you.
Yeah, this is so good. This is like pure Swedish melodic death metal, right?
Nope. This is pretty much like European type of deathcore.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
like
this is...
I can like distinguish it from American type of mixing because the guitars are not like bass heavy in general. They have a very distinguishable non-American tone. I cannot explain it other than that, but like it's not just being bass heavy on the guitars. The bass guitar is here and it's like its own thing, but like the guitars are more on the melodic death metal side. But like in general, it's just European deathcore, I would say. Because like with that particular tapping part on the guitar, it sounds like Frenchcore or something like that. I don't know. I've heard something similar done by Smash Hit Combo in some songs, so it gives me that particular vibe. But like it does not sound like it tries to be American, but it's not American, and it's like still like European deathcore, and it's clearly not melodic death metal,
Yeah, of course. It's very core, like it's super core. I was trying to be funny, but it's from Sweden. But yeah, it does not sound American, but it sounds like it's trying to be American deathcore or like American melodic or like metalcore, just core genres in general, the American core genres. And I think it sounds fucking cool. I like it. But yeah. All right, let's keep her going. It's interesting to underline the screamed vocals with this kind of like auto-tuned clean vocals in the background.
I don't think they are auto-tuned. Well, maybe they are, but they don't sound like auto-tuned to me right now. They are just hidden too far into the background behind the scream, so I cannot like tell if they are like tuned or not. It's just a nice addition.
Yeah.
But like it's usually vice versa when the clean vocals are underlined with extremes and not the other way around.
Right. I think it's an interesting choice because when it first came in, it was like, this is cool, but as we continue, it doesn't seem to vibe with me.
And they all go through the center channel, so that's probably another reason why it sounds a bit unusual, because when some other like different type of vocals surrounding let's say clean vocals, it's usually like hard panned or double tracked or something like that, and when it's just layered on like onto the like one onto the other one and goes through the same channel, it gives a different taste to vocal mixing or something like that. This is interesting, and it's not bad. It's just it gives it a different taste and a different twist. I don't know. So,
yeah, it is something different for sure. But cool. All right, let's keep her going.
Just let me go.
Okay.
That one line sounded a little bit goofy. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Not gonna lie.
The delivery
Just
of
let
it was
me go.
kind of...
There was something goofy about it.
Yeah. It didn't quite land, I don't think, on the delivery, but it's okay. I think everything else is really good. I think that the tone is just fine. I think the composition is fun. It's I don't know. It's just nothing really standing out to me as being like, wow, you know.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Because it's like it has no surprises and no like ups and downs. It's just plain good with no like no downs. Like it has little to no weak sides of mixing or performance, if you don't count like overly long intros, but like that's probably just the music video. So it's like medium good with no bads and no bests. I preferred like the middle ground. It's instead of just having a completely shitty track with like one place that goes, wow, this is cool. So yeah.
I get what you're... Yeah. Okay. I get what you're saying, because it's like it does seem to be not anything really, really, really crazy. They're not like doing a whole lot of change ups or like tempo changes or like or like gutturals versus highs. They're not like changing it up too much. It seems very straightforward, and yeah, I think that I can see the appeal in that.
The variety of elements used in like American deathcore or slam like music in general, it gets old because like there is like a checklist of a mainstream for mainstream bands. Like you have to use like several different types of vocals, minimum 2 different types of like extreme vocals, several types of breakdowns, minimum 2 breakdowns, slowing down. Like there is a checklist that of things that should sound impressive or work as impressive elements, and like, oh, they do this thing, this is very cool, but like everyone else does that, and it's also very cool because like every single song you hear is just like, oh, they added this is cool, this is variety, this this makes it more interesting and entertaining, but it's in every single fucking song. So it gets old because it's a standard of wow effects in all mainstream American deathcore bands. That's what I'm noticing just by listening to like Slam Worldwide or like anything we check out on stream that is submitted by J-Doggone, that if it doesn't have the cliche wow elements that are cool and that you expect them to be there, then it does not sound as good. But at the same time, if it doesn't have, for fuck's sake, finally they don't do this thing, they have one type of vocals, they better have one type of vocals instead of doing the thing that everyone else does. So it makes them standing out a little bit in comparison to everyone else. So I don't know. I would call it a change of pace, honestly, because like when for example stuff that we check on Slam Worldwide does the same thing again and again and again, it just stops being surprising or like entertaining, like because like you just get used to it and you expect it to be there, and if it doesn't meet the same like level of expectations, it kind of fails to impress. But it also fails to impress when it has all the elements that you expect them to be there. So I don't know.
There's
maybe I just don't like how American music is being delivered.
No, I understand where you're coming from, because it's highly susceptible. It's highly susceptible to trends, where one band will do something and everyone will be like, "Whoa, that was amazing!" And then suddenly every single band will have a song that does that, and then and they will just. It's kind of like memes. You know, right now it's Morbin time. Like on Twitter, you'll see Morbin or Morbius or whatever the fuck. I don't know anything about that, but you'll see those memes constantly. Remember, it's kind of like Among-Us. The Among Us memes were like really big for a little bit, and then they just kind of
you have a template and you just do edits of this like in any possible iterations, but it's still that one meme, you know.
Yes, that is essentially where what American Deathcore does, is that it goes through.
Not only like deathcore, because like I remember like listening to like mid 2000s music, and when it was all about like Parkway Drive, SLA Dying, like that type of music, it still kind of like all sounded somewhat similar to me, despite like being like different bands with different music. Like breakdowns became the mainstream. Then it was just it was getting heavier, and then the deathcore trend entered, like with like Suicide Silence and etc. etc. And then it got like to the gent territory, and then where like everyone does the gent stuff now, like with low tone guitars and stuff. So like yeah, I can see how trends are very, very big and important in American like metal scene in general. So how it works in that way for American musicians in general. Because like I know that there are certain like trends in metal music here, like in like European cis countries and whatever, but I still don't think it's the same pattern that is in American music, because like of course we have like bands that are just trying to mimic the American standard, like golden standard of like trendy music or something like that. There are like bands that are just trying like wannabes or like imitating the particular style, but like sometimes they get popular because they sound American in here, and this is something that like locals want to hear because they are sick of hearing European metal like everywhere, and they want something American. And at the same time, those bands are not popular in America because America is already sick of having the whole fucking America of the same sounding bands. So, and with, let's say, purely European sounding like death metal or black metal or melodic death metal, it is somewhat difficult to, you know, see, at least for me, to notice like some trends that, like, for example, one band adds some, you know, synthesizers or like keyboards and like everyone else does that. No, not everyone else does that. If some other band adds like keyboards and stuff, they do it in their own unique way, I would say. Like even the bands that follow the Dark Tranquillity type of style, or I wouldn't call it a trend, but like they follow the general vibe, I can like sense it, but it's not in like, it's not very trendy. I wouldn't call it a trend because it's not like mass produced or something like that. So I don't know. It's kind of different from what I see happening in like how American metal scene develops itself and how it grows and implements new elements and how they become trends and how you get like 10 identical bands in like in this state, in this state, in this state, all across the country, but they are playing the same trendy thing that is trending right now. And then like maybe next album or like in 2 albums, they change the style completely and become their own thing, because like that's sometimes happens to some bands. I don't know, probably Suicide Silence did that, or there was another example that like they went from like deathcore to, let's say, pop rock or post-hardcore pop rock or something like that. I'm not sure if it was Suicide Silence, but like maybe, wait, there was a band that like they changed their style completely. They went away from like screams and like extremes and all that, and they released an album with there was like an album cover with an umbrella, like white umbrella on a black background or something like that.
I think it would Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, that one. I think they like changed from like heavy to like pop mainstream sound or something like that. So it happens with trends, like when you have like numerous identical bands, one way or another, like the time will go on and they will try to find their own unique style and implement elements that make them sound like they are their own thing. Like they found their style, they changed, and they want to do that thing and not the old thing any longer. Because that is like releasing every single album sounding as same as previous albums will not get you anywhere, and they will have to either adjust to new trends or try to like play a game and risk by finding something of their own style and elements in music. So we went far off topic, but like I
understand where you're coming from. Yeah,
I'm trying to sum up my observations over the years of how I see American music scene like developing as a whole. So like I'm no expert in that. It's just like my point of view, and I know, and I wonder how it differs from what you as American see in that regard. So
it was interesting, especially like Bring Me the Horizon's pop punk, I guess you could call it, like pop phase. It's really funny to me how popular they got. There was a lot of people that really, really enjoyed their music, my girlfriend included, who wasn't really into metal, and then Bring Me the Horizon started doing their experimental like deathcore again, and then people were like, what? Can you believe that fucking Bring Me the Horizon put out a deathcore album? Can you believe it? And these people are fucking dumb, I guess, because they didn't. The only reason why is because if you've watched, even if you watched any of the music videos from their pop music phase, I guess you could call it, their music videos were still super fucking metal. Like, they didn't fuck around with any of that other shit. They just changed a little bit on their tone, but they were singing about all the same stuff. And it didn't really change a whole lot about the band. But then people were super surprised when they came back and did more deathcore stuff. But anyway, we have about 2 minutes left on this song, so let's check it out. Let's keep it going.
Just let me go.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
Come on, fuck!
911, what's your emergency?
That was pretty cool. That
So
was
what
pretty
happened?
neat.
They played D&D and he rolled the dice and well, he lost, and then that means he had to commit suicide.
I have no idea.
They clearly played D&D and rolled the dice though. No, I'm just kidding. Like, that was a good song. I liked the pre-final riff because it sounded different and even reminded me of that Russian metalcore band Reanima. The vocalist even looked somewhat similar to the vocalist of that band, honestly, a little bit. Maybe I will link it later.
It was good. It was cool. Let's do one more. Let's do it. I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. Let's say.
Yeah, let's just do
Random number generator, and then I don't know. We'll just do 100. Fuck it.
What?
I just threw 100 on down there, and it landed on 50.
50? Okay.
Arabesque and Arahesia.
I'm pretty sure it's not copyrighted. It shouldn't be copyrighted.
A Pony Kind of Christmas.
Yeah, it's a cover. Oh shit! I just closed the stream. I can't believe that.
Sorry.
No, it's just on my end. No worries.
Okay, so
Glad you asked. This is Jay, inventor of the Pillow Cube. And this
So it has no copyrights, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I checked it on eProofs.
Awesome.
Arabesque music production.
Yeah, that's a friend of mine.
Okay, let's check this out. Get some pony stuff in here. A Pony Kind of Christmas.
Just as surely I'll do mine. as we smile at days gone by. As we smile at days gone by. For family not here, my dears, haven't journeyed far and wide. For loyalty and kindness both, we smile at days gone by. We'll cross again one day in time to reunite. For family is always near, even when the seas are wide. So
The vocals are really, really good. Are very well delivered. God damn, the drums are fucking loud. But I don't know what Days Gone By is. If that's like a different song and it's being ponyfied.
It's there was an album released for Christmas. It was called A Pony Kind of Christmas, I think. Like a compilation of covers done by like voice actresses of Main Six and plus Spike. And so they were singing the popular Christmas carols.
Okay.
Let me just find that album. It's somewhere in my Pony Kind of Christmas. So it's like Jingle Bells, Deck the Halls, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, Silent Night, 12 Days of Christmas, Jolly Old St. Nicholas, Days Gone By, and the Heart Carol, like extended version from what we've seen in the show. It was sung like, well, it says like Fluttershy and Phoenix Chamber Choir, Silent Night, or Pinkie Pie, 12 Days of Christmas, etc., etc. So it was like a bunch of covers of Christmas carols, and covered by like ponies, you know. And now it's covered by them. So
Okay.
this one was sung by Applejack, and so it's
Okay.
probably about the Apple family, etc.
I gotcha. I would assume from the cover picture. But cool. Let's keep her going.
take your cup and raise a tide just as surely I'll do mine, and make a toast for family and tales of days gone by. For family not here, my dear, haven't journeyed far and wide. For loyalty and kindness both, take joy and days gone by. For family not here, my dear, haven't journeyed far and wide. For loyalty and kindness both, we smile at days gone by. All acquaintance be forgotten, never brought to mind. Should all acquaintance be forgotten, days of Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for days of Auld Lang Syne.
Fucking amazing. Super impressed with the vocals. Actually, it all came together eventually. Like, I thought it was, how can you call this porno gore? I know, right? It was really good. It all came together eventually. It's kind of started out a little rough. I thought the vocals were really good for pretty much throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, he's a good singer and good bass player.
Yeah, but it started out a little rough, but then it came together. I understand why we made the choices that we did by the middle of the song, and then it all resolved, and it just, yeah, really, really, really good. I'm really, really impressed by that. And that was on Christmas Eve. obviously, because it was a Christmas song, which is cool. I didn't recognize that. I've never heard the full song before. Never in my whole life, because I don't do Christmas songs. But
I haven't seen him in a while, but I've seen him on Twitter because like the Epona Fest in Italy happened recently, and he was like probably one of the organizers or something like that because like he's Italian. So I saw him on on photos on Twitter.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Well, we're almost 3 hours into this thing.
Yeah, I think we can end right here. Like it sums up really well.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. That was a lot of fun. We will be back tomorrow for another stream. We will not have Ponytown up, and I will try to, from between now and then, I'll try to get chat figured out. But we're gonna play a different pony game tomorrow. That's the plan.
Emotional damage.
But it'll be a different pony game. We're gonna play that tomorrow, and if you it'll be in the evening. I don't know exactly what time. Maritime Bay, yes, it'll be the Maritime Bay orgy is going to be the plan.
Probably very, very early in the morning for me. So
yeah, it'll probably be. Wait, what time? Oh, I don't want to check that on stream.
What time is it for you right now?
Right now it is 1:54 p.m., which I think is like probably maybe 10 p.m. for you. No,
almost.
Yeah, almost 10 p.m. for you. So 6 or 7 p.m. would be like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning for you.
Yep.
But it'll be a gaming stream. We're not really going to listen to the music or anything like that. I'm just going to do a dry run. I'm just going to start it up and see what the fuck happens. And that'll be the plan. So, and I have my gaming screen for that. It's all kinds of fucked up right now. But yeah, I've got my chat and everything like that, as you can see here, that we'll have all figured out. And when we get that, we will get there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I already have all that set up. But we appreciate y'all joining us, and hopefully I won't have chat broken anymore when we get back next week, or tomorrow, rather. I would rather have it fixed by tomorrow. But anyway, we will see y'all next time. Bye.